So in today's video, I'm going to rebuild the back end of my truck where I truck camp out of. And I've got several videos on the truck camper setup up to date. But there's a few things that I don't like about it, and I'm going to explain that to you in the video and show you what I don't like about it. Okay, I had to come over to where I work because we have a big machine shop here, and it's supposed to rain today, but also too, I don't have many power tools at the house anymore, so I had to borrow a table saw from a friend of mine up at the campground, and it was just much easier for me to come over here and work on this truck rebuild that I'm doing. Now, I have I've been sleeping in this truck. I probably slept in it probably 4, maybe 5 times for as long as 3 nights, I think was the longest in the truck. Might have been 4 nights. Anyways, one of the problems with the bed that I made for this, the platform that I made for this, is head height. Now, if I had been a little bit smarter, okay, when I bought my camper top, I would have bought a mid-size one, or mid-top one they call it, and then I wouldn't have had a head height problem. But at the cost of these things, I can't just go and change them out to something else, so I'm just going to have to see if I can work on changing it with the new build that I want to do. Bring you just a little bit closer to the back of the truck so you can see. Okay, this is my, I'm gonna take this stuff out. This is my bed platform right here, and it is just a little bit too high for my height. Okay, I'm 6'2", and when I sit on that bed platform, I'll demonstrate that right now. So when I get in here like this, and it's hard on my knees, I'll tell you that, and I sit down in here, okay, like this, well, I have to bend my head over, as you can see, or maybe you can't see, I need to bring the camera in, but I have to bend my head over to sit on this platform. So what I'm going to try to do, and the reason why the platform's like this, at this height, because that's what I needed to fit over the wheel wells in here. So that is an issue with me trying to sit up in here and change clothes, put on shoes, and all that stuff, okay? So anyways, I'm gonna try to redo this bed platform, and I've got some things that I've added this year, like this refrigerator, and I need to make sure I can incorporate that into the build too. Now, I've watched a ton of videos on YouTube on camper top builds and what have you. None of them are exactly what I want to do, and frankly, I don't even know what I want to do. But I do know this: I got a piece of 3/4 inch plywood, I got a piece of OSB, and I've got plenty of lumber, and I'm just going to have to see if I can figure this out as I go. I took the old platform out, okay, and what I've done so far is I cut 2 2x8s as runners, and now I'm just fitting the plywood in, and I got to cut a notch right here so it'll fit around the tailgate. All right, so I cut that notch. I'm gonna see if I can get this slid back in there. Okay, so I've got 2 2x8s as runners right there. That's for one of the bays, so I can slide my totes in there for storage. And these are the totes that I have I just got them from Walmart. They're Sterilite, and they just slide right underneath there. Now, I see it's a pretty tight fit, okay? So I may have to change the way the 2x8s are, make them a little bit taller somehow. So I had to take the plywood back out so I can readjust the 2x8s a little bit, okay? And I've got them down in the ridge of this bed. I think I'm gonna have to put them on top, on the top of the ridge to get the height I need. So it's just probably gonna be better anyways that way. It's gonna give me more stability. I'll try that and see. Because it wasn't, the plywood was not hitting the wheel well for support over there. Well, this plywood's heavy. I could use an extra set of hands right now. Back in my younger days, I used to fling plywood up on the roof when we were building houses. But I'm not that young anymore. Okay, so let me check and see if it's sitting on the wheel well. And yeah, not quite. It's a little bit too high now. So I may have to rip these boards down, rip it on one side, I think. It's not really what I wanted to do. Okay, I had to take the plywood out and make some adjustments to the runners to make them a little bit higher so the plywood would fit above that wheel well. And if you recall in the beginning of the video, I had the bed on the driver's side. I'm now moving the bed over to the passenger side, and I'll tell you why I'm doing that in just a little while. So I had to rip 2 strips of wood to add on to those 2x8s just to get a little more height. Because of the ridge in the bed, that's where I've got the 2x8 sitting down in that ridge, not on top of the rib, but down in the bottom of the rib. So I attached the spacers to the 2x8s and I turned them upside down so they're on the bottom. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sheet of plywood back in there and see how it fits now. Now all I've done to this plywood is I cut off 2 feet of it because my bed is 72 inches. So the bed of the truck is 72 inches when the tailgate's closed, okay? So that makes that 6'2". I think the technical or the actual measurement is 6'.25" or 2 1/4, whatever you want to call that. It's just a little bit over 6'2". Now I'm 6'2", so that's why I bought this long bed truck. So I could sleep in there comfortably. And I'm gonna stick this plywood back in there and see how it fits now. One of y'all want to come down here and volunteer to help me, I'll buy you lunch. All right, I'm gonna get my flashlight and look up in there and see if it's sitting on the wheel well now, the plywood. Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm gonna try my tote and see how it fits under there. It was a little tight a while ago, but since I added about 1 inch of height, it should slide under there a lot easier. Okay, I'm gonna push it back in there. I'm gonna have to put something like a string or something, and I can get about, shoot fire, I can get about 4 or 5 totes in there. Let's see if I can get a hold of it now. I got it up in there. I'm gonna have to figure that out. What I plan on doing is making a drawer out of some OSB, and that's really what I want to do, is make a drawer. So we'll see how that works out. So far, I need to figure out, I gotta make a few changes here. Okay, I've got the plywood fitted in there. I had to make some minor adjustments because since I'm moving the bed platform to the passenger side of the truck, I have a 110 power outlet right here that was just a little bit, I couldn't open it. I need to be able to use that power outlet when I'm traveling to charge my refrigerator from the back of the truck here. So I had to make some adjustments to the top and cut a bigger notch, which it'll be okay. I didn't really want to do that, but I did. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these two 2x8s and put 2 braces in the back to help hold them upright. Now one of the goals of this platform is to be able to be portable, be able to take it in and out so I can use my truck for other things. So I don't want to attach anything permanently to the truck. So I'm kind of figuring that out right now, what I'm going to be doing, and just as soon as I figure it out, I'll let you know. Well, let me show you what I got so far. I went ahead and built the sliding tray to put my totes and some other things on to help with storage under the bed. So let me show you that right now. So this is what I built right here. These are my 2 runners, my 2x8s, and I've got some backing in the back to keep them from falling over. And this is my drawer, okay, that I built. Now when I put the plywood on there, okay, the drawer could come out about this far from the end of the trunk. This is a lot more than I had before. And the plywood for the bed will keep it from falling over. Now these are the totes, like I said, that I'm going to be using. So, you know, I can put those in there like that. And it looks to me like I can get about 3 of those totes, maybe 4, I don't know. There's quite a bit of room there. So that's quite a bit of storage that I'm gaining versus what I had before. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try to fit this piece of plywood in there and see how I'm going to cut it. I want it as wide as I can get it up towards the front so I can have some additional storage in a shorter section, leaving enough room in the back to put my refrigerator. Okay, well, this is another day, not yesterday. Anyways, I left some things out in the beginning part of this video, so I'm going to try to fill in some of these holes, okay? So we're going to go back to the truck build here, and let me get things opened up so we can look inside, okay? And you did see a picture of the back of the truck. Let me get this straightened out here just a little bit. I think I need to change. Let me start over again. So the other day when I was doing the truck build, I kind of left some important things out about what I did to the truck platform, and you got the gist of it, where I kind of built everything and put it all together. But I needed to give you some measurements and then tell you a few other things too. So I'm going to take this stuff out of my truck so we can talk about this. So I've got to, I had this rubber mat in here from when I had the other bed in here. So what I need to do is I need to cut it to fit in here now that I've redone the bed platform. So I'm going to use my utility knife to cut this rubber mat into shape. Now the first thing I want to do is I want to talk about the cost that it cost me to rebuild this platform. So I had to buy a sheet of CDX plywood, I think is what it's called. It's pretty good grade. It's 3/4 inch. Anyways, I paid $28 for that plus tax. I needed 2 8-foot 2x8s, which I did not have to purchase because I had those left over from another project. But I needed 2 of those. And then everything else was scrap lumber that I had laying around the house that I used. So really, to rebuild this platform, well, I had a piece of OSB from another project, and I used some of that to make the drawer. So you can put the cost of a sheet of OSB in there. It'd be helpful if you had a table saw so you could rip some of your wood, which I had to do, and you've seen that in the video. And of course, just a regular skill saw and a square and a pencil and a tape measure. That's about all I had, straight edge. So I don't have a whole lot into this build. I'm gonna say, nice loud, what is that, Corvette? I'm gonna say I probably got about $50 in this build, okay? This rubber mat, I had it that's laying around the house, and I had it from my previous bed when I had it in here. And that's just to help me with my knees. I'm gonna test this out and see if the tailgate is shut. Yep, it'll shut. Ooh, hit my head. I do that a lot. Okay, so I put the rubber mat down, and I'm going to, excuse me while I tuck my shirt in. I'm going to put a board here. I'm going to stain it and polyurethane it, so I have some place to set my refrigerator on when I'm camping or traveling or what have you. It's going to sit back here. Anyways, this platform, the plywood is now, it's 6 feet. It's 6 feet long exactly, which allows my tailgate to shut. Okay, and then the width of it is overall is 30 3/4. Now, I bought a new mattress for this, and I'm gonna get that out of the box in a minute. I hope I got the right size. But what I really wanted to show you was the drawer, and I need to put like a handle on the front of it here, but I wanted to show you what I have in here. Okay, so as you can see right here, I have my cook stove on this end. Okay, a little dirty, and I have a total of 3 totes. Okay, now I have not fastened this plywood down yet. Okay, and the reason why is I'm just not totally finished with this to make sure. But when I do fasten that plywood down, okay, it should hold this drawer where it extends out from the tailgate. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see how that extends out from the tailgate. So this cook stove here is going to allow me to cook outside like this on the tailgate. Now, I'm probably going to have to take like a pop-up tent with me camping, so I can stay out of the weather when I'm backed into my campsite, and it'll go over the truck topper and cover all this area right here in the back. Okay, so that's the drawer, and I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to put it back in so you can see me slide it in. So this drawer, okay, it was a piece of OSB, okay, that I ripped out of that sheet I had. And the drawer, the OSB is about 13.5, and it's a little under 6 feet, so it tucks up inside like that. So I've got about 1 3/4 inch, 1.5 inches inside that little thing. I did not have this storage before. Okay, now I have this storage, and this is going to allow me to do a lot more having this storage. And like I said, these 3 totes fit on there just perfectly. So I'll be able to put groceries in there, clothing articles, and what have you to do my truck camping with. And then this stove will sit right there. I took the little butane stove out of its case. So I'm going to take this all the way out because I want you to see what I did to the far end of this to keep it from tipping over when you pull it out. So when you pull this drawer out, if you'll notice in the back, I have a piece of 2x4 and a ripped piece of 2x4 to give it height. And you can see right here, I've attached it with glue and screws. And what that does is that allows me to put this in here like this, and when it's extended out, it keeps it from falling out of the truck altogether, okay? Now what I might do is I might add a stop right here on the top of this plywood so I don't pull this out too far, okay? Because I really don't want it out any farther than the plywood deck, like right there. So it's cantilevered outside the truck tailgate like that. And as you can see, I mean, I could do a lot more with this if I wanted to, but I've got about, let's see, I've got about 33 inches sticking outside the tailgate. And that's pretty good, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I bought him a new mattress, okay? It's right here. And I'm going to unbox that and try it on the bed platform and see if I did get the right size or not. Before I do that, I want to make sure that this piece of carpet, okay, and this is left over from my original bed platform, I want to make sure that this is going to fit in there. And I need to buy some 3M adhesive from Lowe's, and it's a contact adhesive to spray on here to stick this carpet down. I just want to make sure, and I believe I do have plenty to make for the bed area to put on this, okay? So that's not a problem. I'm going to have plenty to do that. I just have to get some more of that adhesive and put on there. So I'm going to leave that on there just for a minute, and I'm going to get this mattress out of its box. Whew. 67 years old. And it's hard to climb in and out of the back of a pickup truck. So I got this from Amazon, and it's 75 inches by 31 inches by 6 inches. It's a trifold mattress, okay? And I'll put a link in the description of this video of which mattress I purchased for this, okay? So we're going to open it up right now. It looks like it's compressed, okay? And I'm going to carefully slice this open with my utility knife. So now, look here. They sent me a pair of eye blinds, I guess, with the use and care instruction for the mattress. This is a nice mattress, okay? I did some research about it. But anyways, I bought this mattress for two reasons. One, okay, one of the reasons was for this truck build, but the other reason is to go in my camper on one of the bunk beds in there, okay? And it'll fit in there too. So I've got it to use in both places. So we're gonna take this out of the package, okay? And just like I said, it's compressed. I don't know how they do this, but pretty interesting. I'm not going to use my utility knife. It looks to me like it's just wrapped in plastic. And it's just going to come off like that. Put the utility knife up. Well, yeah. So I think it's one of these kind of mattresses, okay, that you got to let expand, okay. Now I haven't got it out of the vacuum seal, but as you can see, it's sealed up pretty good. Anyways, I'm just going to use my fingers to open it up and it's already starting to expand. This is nice. This is a nice mattress. Yeah, it's already expanding. I guess that's the bottom. So it's called a trifold mattress, and that's the reason why is it's called a trifold mattress, is it folds up compact like this. Okay, so what I want to do is set it up here on the platform. What I'm looking for is the fit, okay, when it goes on here. So that's what I'm checking to make sure I got a good fit. So it's about, and I knew it was, it's about 3 inches too long, and I didn't make my bed platform quite wide enough. I should have made it a little bit wider. It's only because like that. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that being 75 inches when I only got about 72 inches of length. I'm going to have to do something. Perhaps, I'm not sure what I can do. But it was the closest size I could get to go in the truck, okay? Now I'm going to try this out, okay? That's pretty nice. Yeah, I kind of like this. It's comfy. I got the 6-inch one. I was talking to a friend of mine, Tim, and he got one. It's a 4-inch one, so I decided I'd just go ahead and get something just a little bit thicker, okay? Anyways, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do to make it just a tad bit shorter to fit in this truck better, okay? Probably just squish it up like that and shut the tailgate. Let's see what happens when I do that. Yeah, that'll probably be okay. I think it's going to work, okay? I believe it's going to work just fine in there. But what's nice about it is being a trifold like this, when I'm not sleeping, okay, I can fold it up, okay, and like this, and shove it up in the truck like that, and then have room to carry other things. So the bed's not always taking up the whole platform. Sometimes, you know, when I leave the house, my other mattress was an air mattress, and I'd have to blow it up. And then if I'm camping for 3 or 4 nights, I would just leave it blowed up. I wouldn't deflate it. This is gonna be a lot better doing it this way. So I'm really excited about this. It's really nice. Now here's a tip for you, okay? I seen this, a friend of mine had one of these. He had a hook on a pole, okay? So I just bought a broomstick and I drilled a hole in the end of it, and I put one of these hanging hooks, screwed it in and glued it in, and then I wrapped it with tape here so it wouldn't split. So this allows me to reach in my back of my truck and grab a hold of things, okay, to pull them, okay, where I can get to them at the back of the truck. So this one here has handles, okay, so I'm able to pull the mattress back this far, okay. So that's a tip for you, okay, to have something like this to grab stuff in and out of your truck. Anyways, I'm going to take this mattress and I'm going to put it in my camping trailer for now so it doesn't get damaged back here, because I still got a little bit of work to do to the back of the truck, mainly attach this carpeting to the platform, and really that's all I got to do to kind of finish this up, okay. And now my goal with this was to make it so I could camp longer than 3 or 4 days comfortably. And now that I've got the additional refrigerator for this truck so I can have cold food with me, and I've got my battery power pack, my Watt Fun 300 watt hour battery pack for this, and that's going to power my refrigerator and charge my phone and batteries and stuff like that. I have solar. There's something I forgot about. I got to be able to haul my solar panel with me, which will probably just sit right here on this platform when I'm traveling, okay? And it's a small solar unit. I've got 2 solar panels. I got one that's 100 watt and one that's a 200 watt. I'll be using the 100 watt when I'm truck camping. The 200 watt I bought for the camping trailer when I'm dry camping with it. Anyways, I just wanted to finish the video up and let you know what I had done and give you some measurements here. And you know, I showed you some of the stuff in the beginning of the video. I don't need to repeat it. Anyways, if you got any questions about the build, you need to ask me anything, just leave me a comment. I'll be glad to answer you. I watched a lot of YouTube videos about these, and this is my build. This is what I came up with compared to what some of the other videos that are out there. A lot of them are a lot more elaborate than this. I didn't want that. I want it to be portable and removable, so that's why I haven't decided how I'm going to attach the top platform yet. And it might be just as simple as putting a couple screws in it, here and here on the 2x8s, and calling it good so I can take them in and out. We'll have to do that after I attach the carpet to the top of it. Anyways, I hope you got some use out of that. Give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see some more of my adventures. My name's Ron Durant, and I live in East Tennessee, and sometimes I do photography, and sometimes I do camping. Y'all have a nice day now. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot. One of the reasons I moved my bed from the driver's side over to the passenger side is because this camper shell is still leaking. And I found the leak. The leak is on the window on the driver's side, okay? And I am not prepared to take this window out and reseal it or whatever. But there seems to be some kind of water intrusion happening from this area right here inside the camper shell. Now it's not a lot, but it's enough to be aggravating. There goes that loud car again. It was a Corvette. It's not enough to hurt a lot, but it's aggravating. So I moved the bed to the other side of the truck, which does not seem to have a leaking problem. So that's why I moved the bed from the driver's side to the passenger side.